Hey, Bernardo, where are you?
Hey, I'm over here and I don't see anything.
Well, are you aware of what we are looking for?
I don't know. They just said castor plant.
Ah, okay, so it's a plant because I thought we were looking for seeds.
Yeah, I think we are looking for the seeds. These things are like little balls.
Yes, and I hear they can actually then generate some magic. So I'm really curious about them.
I don't know. There's some light up there in front. Should we go there?
Let's go where the light is. It's just going to be something fun.
So, welcome. This is Carlo Giordanetti,
And this is Bernardo Tribole.
and we're here to introduce to you a new product of Swatch.
Something really special, something different, and I would say a milestone in the history of the brand.
Innovation.
And let's say, what did we find in this amazing environment? We found something really unique, special, and different, which is part of the next generation of Swatch materials.
So we're trying to describe today this new generation of materials that Swatch is having under the umbrella of Swatch Next. This is what's to come, and the basis of all of this is the biosourced materials.
Exactly. And these amazing seeds from the castor plant, which actually has for once in German a much sexier name than in any other language. It's called the Wunderbaum, which means the tree of magic or the magic tree. So it brings something really magic to Swatch because it brings us a great opportunity to take it and to mix it with something unique.
Correct. Out of two products, basically, we're composing a new material.
The new material is called Bioceramic, and the two products are our biosource material that we already used in October 2020 to launch our first bio-reloaded collection, and ceramic.
So wait, before everyone starts thinking about it and having crazy ideas, I cannot imagine that suddenly there's someone going into the garden, finding some castor plants, grabbing the seeds, and basically asking the wife, can you break some plates for me, mixing the whole thing, and bam, bioceramic. This is not the way to go, right, Carlo?
I really don't think so, but first of all, you need to identify the castor plant, which is already needs some, let's say, specialists in botanical sciences. But of course, actually, as you say, it doesn't happen like this. There is magic behind, but it doesn't go like this. Castor plant produces castor oil out of the seeds, and this is the base for our biosourced plastic.
Correct. Already used in 1983 collection, so what we presented last September, but now also as a base for the bioceramic part with the ceramic component.
That material combined with ceramic, which of course comes in the form of a powder, actually is creating bioceramic. It's 2/3 ceramic and 1/3 biosourced plastic.
So we call this our new composite.
Exactly. It's a new mix, and this is the magic of this project. It's based on the ability to mix and to create something new out of two existing materials.
So actually, what is Swatch Next? At the basis is this, is the composition of a new material out of other sources.
On top of it, it's also a material that, thanks to the properties and thanks to the combination which has been found, allows Swatch to still be manufactured and produced exactly with the same principles as 38 years ago. So the product remains very true to itself. It's a material that can be injected and allows for Swatch to be what it has always been.
So we keep the full flexibility that we've been known for all these 38 years, and actually, as Carlos saying, the injection, so at our production facilities, actually remained all the same. We can still produce what we've been producing and more.
And the challenge now, of course, is to open the world to this, let's say, to this new material, to this innovation, with a collection that we present today, which is the celebration, I would say, of the most pure design. It's really the beautiful enjoyment of the pure essence of the product. There is almost no decoration. It's material and colors.
So this bioceramic allowed us to have something that you will see in the next clip, but basically the whole structural sharpness of an architectural point that I say about the watch in the design you will see much more definition, almost like watching TV in 8K.
So you can really dive into the watch. You can enjoy the beauty of the construction. And of course, because it's a big bold that we picked for the introduction of the material, you really have also the size that really allows for this enjoyment. And then, of course, once you look at it, you also want to touch it. And I think the surprise that Bioceramic also brings is the touch of the watch.
This soft touch, it's almost a powdery touch. You know that there is something special about this material. Also, the sturdiness, so the resilience of this material at the very end, which actually it is, by the mixture of these two components we just mentioned, the biosourced plastic and the ceramic, makes it more unbreakable than normal ceramic, let's call it. So actually you combine two worlds to have a complete new product with a lot of different properties, not giving up on the properties of each one.
So it is really the best of two worlds.
Correct.
And from that standpoint, we like to associate it to the notion of empowerment, because obviously when you take two things and you make one which is best or better than the two others, you create power, you create a sense of innovation, and also, I hope, a sense of belonging for people.
You are making the product more live. The product also makes your expression bigger. This has always been a philosophy of Swatch anyway, but it is true that with this product, you have the if you know sense. Meaning we start now in April with 5 colors defined as basic colors, actually matching very well into the season.
Absolutely.
Where we have pink, one of my favorite colors, gray, one of the colors of the year.
Then we have light blue, which is for sure something we need as an optimistic color, but still matching very much the trends. And of course, the two pillars, I would say, of pure design, which is white
and black.
Well, and now let's go to another place. Hey.
Whoa!
Bernardo, look where we landed.
Carlo, this is amazing. We're on the big bold.
Yes, and now, thanks to this bioceramic material, you can really appreciate the beauty of the construction, how pure and detailed it is.
Look at the depth of this, and very architectural.
And of course, you can also enjoy the beauty and the complexity of the movement. So
you see it all. Very clean, very clear.
You can really say this is a great step into Swatch Next.
Hey, this feels great, huh?
It really feels great to be part of time.
I like the minutes.
Actually, I kind of feel comfortable with hours. It's not bad. Goes a little bit slower, but it's more meaningful.
This second going around just driving me crazy.
Yeah, because you have to put your head down all the,
My God.
every 60 seconds. But it's also nice because it gives you a new dimension of time. And as we know, time
is what you make of it.
There you go.
And here we are, live from Biel.
So hello, everybody. Very early good morning to some others, good afternoon. And as Carlo was saying, live from Biel, we're now excited to be here with you. We've been waiting for some time to disclose this new territory of Swatch. And
now here we are to demonstrate how this new material, which is a real innovation and also revolution for Swatch, comes to life.
So this new territory, the bioceramic that we're presenting to you today, is composed, I'm going to grab here, the famous castor seeds from the castor plant, which with it we bring the castor oil. We're going to do a cooking lesson here, which is the basis basically for our bio-sourced plastic. As described before, we have a 1/3 mix.
And of course, on this side, we have the ceramic powder, which is part of this amazing innovation, which contributes to the material for 2/3. And this is already, let's say, the basic mix. And if we only wanted to have white products, we would be happy with this. But of course, we're swatch. So for us, color is important. It's part of the game. And that's why we add, in order to get some of these beautiful colors, we had a little bit of pigments.
Mix,
and you get exactly the shade of pink that is Bernardo's favorite seasonal color.
Absolutely. So here we have the results in the granule that we are going to be used afterwards for the injection in our normal procedure of fabrication of the watches, as a pink, as a gray, blue,
black, and white. And this you have seen in the clip, which was shot in our production facilities, where you see the mixing happening first, and then you see those very, very long strings coming out. This is actually where these chips are cut off from, and this is what, this material is what gets injected into the molding. You know that the Swatch innovation in 1983 was based on developing an incredible micro-engineer construction, which could come out of a molding, and hence the plastic as a signature material. Now, one of the beautiful elements of bioceramic is that it is a strong innovation. By the way, it belongs to Swatch, and it's patented by Swatch. But it allows Swatch to remain true to its roots. So the construction system, it's still the same. We're doing injection, we're keeping our identity and our DNA.
And we kept also within the values and responsibility mindset that Swatch has. Nothing has been extra developed in terms of fabrication for this. So we're using exactly the same. Now, we were obviously joking a bit in terms of the simplicity of all of this process, now also doing the kitchen act here. But obviously there's a big number of people involved. This has been a long process, 500 engineers to give you a number, and actually it's been a big evolution. In terms of what we get from here, the most neutral color immediately being the white.
So this is a tray that actually comes straight from production out of our facility. And this is where the body of the watch, in all its, I would say also beauty, because there is also an element of, I would say, pride in the beauty of these products today. And then, of course, it's then assembled together with the bracelets and the other elements in order to make the complete watch.
So together with the white that you just saw the case, we are presenting today, and for now the launch of April, with hints that more will come anyway, these 5 colors. The pink, as I've been mentioning, one of my favorite for this season. The gray, one of the colors of the year. The blue,
which is for sure, again, a very strong color in the season, but also has, together with the pink, this notion of lightness and what we call optimistic outlook. And then, of course, white, which you have seen, and black. And all these products, they carry today the elements of the body of the watch, meaning the case, the bezel, which is the ring around, as well as the crown, which is at 2 o'clock as a signature of Big Bold. They are all made of bioceramic. And every other element of the watch, meaning the bracelet, the glass itself, and the keepers, are made of biosourced plastic. So the idea is that your entire product is something new, something different, and something that belongs to the Swatch next generation.
Absolutely. And here on the images that now you can see in the detail, this is the part of the sharpness that the bioceramic allowed us to do with this Big Bold. So basically all the fine edges and all the cutouts, this all helps for this depth that we're having with a Big Bold. Why the Big Bold? Well, this is a big, bold statement also for Swatch.
Absolutely.
For sure, this is not an easy comer, let's say. And after, as we discussed, presenting the Bio Reloaded in September last year with the bio-sourced plastic, this is now a next other step with the Bioceramic.
And this is why we decided to go for this very, very clean, very pure approach, because we want this product to be a celebration, not only of the product itself, but really of the material. And one element which we like very much of this is not only what you see, but also what you feel. The bioceramic has, I would say, two quite different properties. The first one is a thermo property, which means that it adapts itself to the temperature of your body very, very naturally and also very fast. So you really feel like you don't have anything on your wrist. And secondly, it's the smooth surface. And we really love that touch. I think it is very, very different. Silky, if you look on one side, or powdery.
Powdery, as I say, yes. But the resistance also of the material and all of this definitely brings together a piece that, although you could say, well, it is, let's say, not a huge statement as per color and artistic that we usually do at Swatch as well. This has what I was describing before, the value of the if you know, you know. Meaning it's not a piece that you lightly put on your wrist. You feel that you're having something special. It's a new territory. And actually, one of the key points about this is also you'll have a dinner talk subject with this one. You can tell a whole story about this.
One of the elements that we like to highlight is that it's innovation with a purpose. It's really innovation to open up a new territory to the world of Swatch. So this material is not going to take over everything else that we do at Swatch. It's a new part of the family, let's say. It's a new item on the menu, as we like to say. But the brand is becoming richer, and we are offering more in terms of material, in terms of innovation. Also, I think in terms of talking to the right people at a certain point and approaching the concept of material from an unexpected point of view. I think one of the elements of Swatch that we like, either through a substantial and purpose innovation like this or through our more design and art-related projects, is the element of surprise. And for sure, there is a lot to be said in this case out of surprise. Let's not forget where we come from. We come from an innovation mindset, which has been the signature of Swatch throughout the 38 years of our lives. We started in 1983 with an idea that today would look simple, but actually was an incredible revolution. The idea of reducing the number of components, changing the construction of the watch, and introducing a new material like plastic. And from then, innovation mindset has been our signature.
So in 1990, for example, we created a chrono watch, which seemed impossible for 100 Swiss francs. Also at the time, a big statement.
Absolutely. In 97, the thinnest plastic watch in the world, the Swatch Skin, with 3.97 millimeters thickness. So quite a revolution and definitely a very, very high-end technical challenge.
In 98, in conjunction also with MIT and Professor Negroponte, Swatch created the beat time. This still to these days a reference for many people in terms of an alternative time counting.
Yes, absolutely. And in 2004, what probably was, we can look back now and say it was really the very first generation of a smartwatch, the paparazzi, which was really addressed to people that were, let's say, willing, able, and in love with the idea of sharing information in an unusual way.
News, basically. It was sharing of news.
It was very much what
2013, we came up with the System 51, one of the big, if I may say, revolutions, actually, of the year 2013, and from there onwards, with, again, 51 pieces, a fully automatic watch, created and produced in a different way, with a different type of precision, and all held by a one screw. This continues today to be quite an innovation and a talking piece.
And also the generation of a new factory and a new way of assembling. So
absolutely.
Once again, a big step. Then in 2018, we approach, let's say, in the Swatch way, the big trend of customization and personalization with Swatch by You. So today you can navigate in a huge number of creative environments and select the combination of colors, images, and graphics that you like the most and make your own Swatch out of this experience, which is something that is really, again, completely unique in the watch industry.
And then our latest innovation, basically in September, as we said, with the Bio Reloaded, where we had the bio-sourced plastic featured on our 1983 collection with iconic watches from the past. This was already quite a big statement, again, based on the castor oil, and now yet bringing this next step, which is under the Swatch Next and our innovation momentum, let's call it, the bioceramic watches that we present here today.
Staying true, once again, to the spirit of Swatch, because we are introducing a material that has somehow a link with the luxury industry or with something, let's say, quite sophisticated and novel. But obviously, we want to stay absolutely consistent with our positioning and our mission as a brand. We love to talk to as many people as possible.
This is part of the provocation of Swatch.
It's part of the provocation that Bioceramic comes at an absolutely Swatch price point.